Hey guys, Newbie here, and today I wanted to do a quick video tutorial to help you get set up when your GamePRo Switch first arrives. So first thing, just a bit of a heads up, there's a small amount of assembly needed. So you will need one of these, a Phillips head screwdriver, and a box cutter, and of course a GamePRo Switch. So let's get started. Just a quick note when you're unwrapping it, so the easiest way to do this is just be aware this piece is folded over, so you can just completely open this up like so, unfold it, and then you should also have a little bag of components like this, which I will show you how to assemble those shortly. Okay, so here are the complete set of components. So obviously the GamePRo itself, and then you should have, this is nice and easy, you should have basically two of each of these parts. So there's basically four of them are effectively stands for the screen, two of them hold the Switch in place, or Archie, really. Okay, so sorry, these are actually stands for the base, the two rear stands, two front stands, and then these two little clips hold the Switch in place. And then there should be two little screws that come with it as well. Right, so let's get into the assembly. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is take the two rear base stands, and if I can show this a little bit closer to the camera, there's these two slits on either side. So these bits here need to come up through those two slits, like so, and then we can just sit that down like that. Okay, so just make sure we're on screen there. So the next thing we want to do, we're going to stand this piece up, and you can see there's two little kind of L shapes at the bottom of the servo mount, and so they need to slide into, I can show you a bit more closely, there's little gaps on those base stands. So it's easiest to do this if you just sit it down like that, stand this up, then I'm going to do one at a time, and slide that little L piece in on that side, and do the same on this side. So what we end up with is something that looks like that. Slid into place on both sides, and then you'll notice on the bottom of here there's two little screw holes on either side. So that's where those 6mm screws are, the two 3x6mm screws are going to go. So we'll do that now. And there we go, that's the hardest part done. Now we'll do the two front stands. Okay, so the last pieces we need to put in place are the two front stands, which look like this. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to flip this upside down again, set it like so, and just move this camera a little bit closer. So you should be able to see there's these two little slots on either side on the base here. So what we're going to do is come in like this and line it up with that slot, and then rotate it, and then slide that into place. Just be reasonably gentle, so don't force these, just push it until it's firm, and then we're good to go. So we'll do the same again on the other side. So we'll come in like so, rotate it, slide it into position until it's firm, and you're done. So that's the assembly complete. The one last thing to do is to check the calibration. Okay, so we're ready to insert the Switch console. So this is actually one of my prototypes. So just this bit here that you see won't be on the standard GamePRo Switch, so just ignore that. But what we're going to do is we're going to grab our Nintendo Switch, and you can see I've got my cord plugged in. So that's the whole reason for having the stands that lift it up off the ground a little bit. So this is just going to come into place in here. And then this bit on the circle pad, I'm just going to put my thumb on there and push together. If you push it hard enough to make your character whistle, then it should be nice and firm in place. And then we're going to take those little bits that we've seen before. These ones are transparent on this one, but they just slot in at the top in these little grooves here, like so. And that locks it in place, and now we are ready to check that the calibration is all working fine. Okay, so I've just opened up Arduino and I've plugged in my GamePRo. So the first thing that you want to just check, your board should be set to Arduino Nano, and you want the processor set to this one here, ATmega328P, and then select the correct COM port, which for me is COM8 at the moment. So if you're not sure, if you unplug your GamePRo, that will disappear. So we'll select that, and then open the serial monitor, which is this little magnifying glass symbol. So there's a bunch of commands we can enter to see, just to make sure all the buttons are working properly. So the first one I'm just going to try is X, which should open the menu, and then B. So again, I'm just entering lowercase for now, X and B, that should close the menu. If I press A now, lowercase a, that should open that up, perfect. B to exit out of that. Let's try Y, lowercase y, yep, which opens the Y-COM, perfect. So all of those buttons are working fine. Now I can test the directional buttons. So if I just enter the number 4, that should move to the left. Yep. And then you can press 0 and it will just go back to its neutral position. 6 to move to the right. 2 for down. And 8 for up. Perfect. So they're all working beautifully. And the other 2 buttons that we can check is the plus. So to do that, you need to enter a capital W, and of course I can't ride my bike in this cave. I've been currently hunting all the shiny Reggies. So okay, that's fine, but that looks like it's working okay. And the other one is capital S, should hit the home button, like so. Yep, perfect. Awesome, there we go. So all those buttons are working fine. The other thing you might want to check is that the webcam is lined up properly, but I mean that's just, if it's not, it's just a matter of you can just twist this slightly to make sure it's lined up properly. But yeah, otherwise it's all working fine. So now we can run some software. So yeah, cheers for checking out this video. Hopefully you found it helpful and useful. Again, if you've got any questions or difficulty, I always do my best to try and answer any questions. So feel free to get in touch with me, preferably via the Facebook page, but otherwise send me an email or just a comment on YouTube, and I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as I can. Otherwise, until next time, see ya.